Be quiet! I order you to be quiet!
Oh, who does he think he is?
I am your king.
That was the wrong one.
Who are you, who are so wise in the ways of science?
I am.
Oh, this is starting off well. I'm glad I called myself the imperfect man. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. Yes, I don't know what is going on with Restream. What the heck? I fixed freaking Restream. Oh, it didn't update YouTube events for some reason. All right, I have to go into YouTube. Hold on a second. I need to take her, Jojo. Jojo, Lemon.
My thought.
The kid loves lemons. Don't ask me why. Alrighty. Let's see. All right, let me grab this title. Once again, no idea what is going on with Restream. What the filth is going on here? Anyhow, we are going to be doing an art studio live later. I will be working on the next page of Project Maga or whatever. I don't know why I start draining as soon as I sit down to do this. I haven't been draining all day. I sit down to start this show, and I drain, and then I start like, and then I'm like clearing my throat, and it's terrible radio. Coughing. What's the matter with me? I need to. Where do I need to go? I need to go to videos. I need to go. You need a job? Did you say you need a job? Oh. But you do need a job. Like and share. Hold on. Don't like and share until I change the title. Or at least when you like and share, change the title for me. What's up, P Money, Jalapeno Milk, Everett Todd? Why is YouTube Studio now taking forever? What is happening? Seriously, YouTube, and it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, I tell you. Angled brackets aren't allowed in titles now? What? Since when? Because I'm trying to get, for some reason when I put cross, I don't think like the notifications go out. You guys getting your notifications? Let me know. Angled brackets. That's ridiculous because I use them in titles like yesterday, day before yesterday. All right, that should work. That should be up and running. Cross-examination's done. Hello, P Money, Jalapeno Milk, Everett Todd, Eric Hawkins, Fuzzy Creature, Dennis Parush, Magic Carpet Ride, Brett Seagraves, Zach Richmond, Darth Cisco, Kiwi Comics, and everybody else who is coming in after that. Jeff Leslie, Dark Admiral, March. Here, I know I'm just going to keyword. Might be just in the room or temp change by the window. Clean that place up, bro. Yeah. They're trying to shut you down. I know. What's up with that? Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. See, you got your notification, right? This is Cross-Examinations. The title has been adjusted. So please do now like and share. Like and share, everyone. We're doing it live. Cross-Examinations live. Ow. What the heck? I just hurt myself. You were just about to watch Ben Shapiro and you got notified. Right on. Might be time for a haircut. Yeah, actually, I was about to chop about here for the art. Sorry. I was about to chop about a foot off my hair. Gary's streaming, is he? Well, everybody, Gary's streaming, so everyone run over to Gary's house and don't watch me. Or do. That'd be great. Either way. So I got sick of it again. It's funny. I tried a clean slate on New Year's. It's the 9th. So I'm doing it again. Clean slate. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what did it do to the price of Tron? Let's check the price of Tron real quick. PewDiePie mentioned it. And, you know, PewDiePie mentioned Flappy Bird and it blew up. So let's go to Binance. Tron's still on Binance, right? Oh my gosh. Binance only has 6 cryptocurrencies on it now. All right, let's see. Wait, when did he mention it?
January 9th, 2020.
Oh, today. That might be why Bitcoin spiked too. Although everything's kind of been on an upward trend this whole week. Tron, no real motion. No real motion on Tron. What do you mean he mentioned it? What did he say? Do you know what he said?
No.
No? All right. Cryptocurrency has been going up this past week, just so you guys know. Please just block and mute Art of the Hero. No point in arguing with people. Yeah, I did. What did I say on Twitter? I said, okay, trying this one more time. No more. This drama has to end. Sorry if I have to block you because you keep dragging me in and I'm too weak to not respond. But for my own sake and the community's, I'm blocking. I'm deleting CGEVS tweets. This is a cancer on my life. I'm out. And I would appreciate if people coming to my streams no longer mentioned any of that drama crap because I don't want to talk about any of it. So if you would please abide that little rule. I don't want to have to block words to keep it out of my streams. But I will if I have to. Jim O'Reilly, hello. Jim O'Reilly. Jim does some great art. You guys should check him out on Twitter or wherever. Jim, if you want to tell people where they can see your art, let them know. No talkie, folks. Respect. How far did you get with Project MAGA last night? I finished that page. I can show it. I'm probably going to do some editing on it. But there it is. There it is. Project MAGA. So, I might, fix this face up. I might fix this one up a little bit. Maybe fix this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not great with likenesses, but I think I got them across who they are. So, oh golly, what is that line? I gotta fix that. I still think Hannity looks a little weird, and that football is the size of a rugby ball, so I have to reduce that. Ben Shapiro's spot on though. So yeah, that is page 5, I think. The next page I'll be doing today, and it will be Rush changing into El Rushbo. That's right, Michael Savage. Michael Savage will be known as Dr. Savage. Dr. Savage. Then we have the Hannitizer here, We have Shap Hero, the Ingra Hammer, and Strange Animal with his trusty sidekick, Quarter Black. The Crowder is spot on. Oh, thank you. I had a really hard time getting the Crowder right. Where's Mark Levin? Magic Carpet Ride asks, where's Mark Levin? I can't do... If I brought everybody in, it would just be like the whole book would be me turning people into superheroes. So I had to limit it to about 6 people. I had to limit this to 6 people. Just so it's not ridiculous. Because they also have their trusty sidekick, Dean Cain here, who, what happens to him, I will just have to reveal as we go along. Yeah, that's a terrible Dean Cain. Look at that. Dean's going to be like, don't put me in the book if you're going to make me look like that. No, Hopper. Mike, you know I buy practically everything you make, but as a Canadian, will you really have to work hard to sell me on MAGA? Well, P-Money, fine then. You know what I'll do? I'll just make it so it's not available to Canada. How's that? I get the feeling most of this will sell to people in America anyway, so come on, man. Come on. Where's Christy Swanson? Where's Molly Hemingway? Christy Swanson. That's Dean Cain. Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm wondering what's a good buy for the Lone Star. I enjoy your art, and I want you to be blessed. Of course, what's a good buy for Lone Star? Well, what do you want to know? We've got Lone Star 1 and 2 signed. That is a second printing of 1 and 2, both signed copies. That's a good deal. It's only $40. And on your way out the door, you can hit that thing.
Email delivery time.
You can add, what's it called? Why am I having such a hard time with this? You can add Monster Hunt. Derp. You can add Monster Hunt with no additional shipping in the add-on section, or additional copies of it. Or you can get Lone Star for the Troops. That's always good. I love it when people get that. You can get Monster Hunt slabbed. You can get Lone Star original sketch cards. You want to go nuts? You can get the Lone Star sketch cover torso. That's the first printing of the first issue as a sketch cover, which I have a number of here. Not a large number. And then I do a lovely sketch on there. And then again, I think on your way out the door, you can get the other Lone Star books with no additional shipping, I do believe, which I think that's going to mess me up for international buyers. The no additional shipping. Oh, no. I think I may have added a little bit of shipping for the international buyers. Lone Star Legion pack. You can get 10 copies of Lone Star signed, cover A and cover A virgin variant for $125. That'd be a good one. Yeah, so whatever. Get whatever you want. If you want to support me, I'd appreciate it. Anybody who's interested, I know I don't promote it. I'm not always on here promoting Lone Star. And that's probably not good business practices or whatever. Am I sharing my screen? Because now I am sharing my screen, right? All right, let's stop sharing the screen. I don't know where my StreamYard went. There it is. Now that's what I'm talking about. I think $300 will beat my budget. Oof. Wow. Where's James Woods? See, all these people. I should be writing this down because I want to put all these people on the last page. The last page is going to be this great big crowd scene with people actually close up enough that I can draw all their faces. So hopefully that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Go nuts, brother. Go nuts. You are sharing the screen. True, you barely talk about Lone Star. I don't like being a salesman. I don't like sitting here bragging about my book. I know. Who, if I'm not for me, who else will be? But maybe you should. You guys can be. You guys can be. Dennis Miller. Yep. Make a 30-second video about Lone Star. I need to do another one. It's called advertising and word of mouth. Yeah, I haven't been doing the advertising on the Lone Star 2 campaign for a while. I think I did it at the beginning of the campaign, but it gets pricey. So I believe I stopped that. Angelina Jolie's dad. We call him John Voight. John Voight. Joe and Mika with her bleeding face. I'll probably have their faces sticking out of the Red Menace at some point. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, wait. Your book is one of the better written, drawn books I've gotten since I got into CG/indie comics. Oh, thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. You should put a sticky on your screen and set time at the end of every stream to promote your book. Yeah, I could. What I could do is make a little 30-second promo and then just have it on here and then just play it. I could play it at the end of every stream. But I know. I'm sure it would sell better if I was constantly pushing it. But doesn't it get boring? Don't you guys get bored of me talking about Lone Star? I feel like it's good idea. Yeah, and just play it. Yeah, I should do that. Make a short vid for either stream intros or exit. I think that's totally appropriate. You have to make a living. You hear that, Elijah? Yeah, intros and outros. Intros and ads for my books and stuff.
What do you think the song?
Oh, Elijah's making a song. He's making a Lone Star 2 song because I guess Christ Energetics is no longer part of this little community. So he's the one that did Lone Star, Heart of the Hero. So now it's Soul of the Soldier, and soon it'll be Mind of the Monster. Everyone back. Gary Shipman's Titan Mouse of Might comic book today only on Indiegogo. And our own Cross Comics has his own project up on Indiegogo. Let me see if I can find it. What's it called? Canadian Shield. Indiegogo. And Canadian Shield. This goes against all of my better instincts to help him promote this because it's Canada. It's Canada. It's Canadian Shield. I haven't even watched this video yet, but let's do it.
Rick Piper, the creator and owner of Cross Comics, and all which it entails, some of which is my characters Electide, the Wiz, Ozona, Insecto, the Flame, Snowdrift. But the one that I want to shut it all off with, that I want to bring it to you today, is the Canadian Shield. He is from a time long ago. He's been brought into the present. He's given a suit with fantastic powers, and that suit is from the future, thus where the past, the present, and the future collide because the suit and him in the here and the now. So, take a read as you look down. Hopefully, you will be very much interested. This is a great project to get into. It's not just the birth of a character, it's the birth of a universe, the crossverse of Cross Comics.
I'm going to copy that. I'm going to drop that into the old chatteroo there. Giving our buddy Cross a free commercial here. I love that video. Is it just me, or is that video like, I don't know, there's something I don't know, there's something about it. I love his promotional video. Is anybody else feeling that with me? Just kind of the way it's edited and I don't know. That's great. So bad it's good, says Asuka. It's not that it's bad. It's what does it remind me of? It reminds me of some of the better like some of those really popular YouTube videos. It's sincerely enthusiastic about what he's making. It's real. Yeah, for sure. It's punchy, but no, the way it's edited to hit what he's saying, it's like da 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 da. It just really feels like one of the. Gosh, man, maybe he should be doing edited YouTube videos. I think he'd be really popular. It's passion, but if he edited that himself, he's got a talent for editing. But yeah, check that out. The Shield, it's on there. It's too happy for YouTube. Check out obviously Lone Star, link in the description. Sign up for Quinn's graphic novel Tadia. Go get yourself some Gary Shipman's Titan. Let's see how Titan's doing today. We got over 5,000 last night. Oh man, we have not really pumped up past 5,000. Come on, guys. Come on. Has everybody already gotten this? Have all my people already gotten Gary's awesome hardback graphic novel for only $25 plus $5 shipping? $30 for a hardback book. That's pretty much what you'd pay when you go to a store to get a hardback book. And he's giving it to you. Wow. He's NVTS nuts. NVTS nuts. And then we also got Punchline by the awesome and always intriguing Matthew Weldon. Hey, it's 23 minutes past the hour. We should be talking about Jesus. King James Bible Online. Let's go to Psalm chapter 7. I do believe we are on today. Psalm chapter 7. Dark Admiral already backed Titan. Batter sick. Backer 6. Gotta support the Gearster. Yeah. All right. Like and share, everybody. Let's like and share, and let's get into some gospel, baby. Let's see. Chapter 7. Psalms chapter 7. Shagayan of David, which he sang unto the Lord concerning the words of Cush the Benjamite. O Lord my God, in thee do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me, and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending it in pieces, while there is none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hands, if I have rewarded evil unto them that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause is my enemy. Okay, that's weird. Look at that. There's an emoji in the Bible, in the King James Bible.
I see that all the time. You get that's really weird.
Let the enemy persecute my soul and take it. Yea, let him tread down my life upon the earth and lay my honor in the dust. Selah. Oh, right. Wow, that's taking ownership. It's taking ownership right there. What did you say? Oh. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me the judgment thou hast commanded. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about. For their sakes, therefore, return thou on high. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is mine. Gosh, that's a scary prayer, but righteous. Hold me up, Lord, to my own standards. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For righteousness, God trieth the hearts and reins. For the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins. My defense of God, which saveth the upright in heart. God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Wow. Legit. God is funny. God is funny how he lines this stuff up, man. Yeah, this is take ownership of your own misdeeds. It's so funny that this is on the day. I don't read these things first and then make decisions in my day. I should. That's what the Bible's for. But it's funny because everything's been lining up. This is the day that I owned my own freaking weakness about all of this drama and repented of it and said no more. Done. And this is the day that this scripture is about owning your crap. God's got a way of doing things, ladies and gentlemen. He certainly does. Might this conveniently be related to your issue that shall no longer be mentioned? He does the emoji. Yeah, right? Everyone want to go raid Gary's live stream? He's live now. Let's go see Gary. Let me see. Art of the Hero, Peppa Pig. Where's my... I don't see Gary. He is live now. All right, everybody go open a separate window. Everybody open a separate window, and we'll just peek over Gary's shoulder here while we're streaming. And promote our little mousy friend. Not Gary the Titan. Titan's the little mousy friend. But yeah, everybody get in there. Get in there and give him a thumbs up. Let me give him a thumbs up and share his book. Gary needs... I know, I promote Gary more than I promote myself. But his campaign is fresh and new and still in the zeitgeist of Indiegogo. So Grant Crosby in his chat says, I can't believe I just checked my Bible for an emoji. Bum, 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 bum. Squirrel. I know, but I think more. Look, I mean, if we're talking about the scripture, it's that's part of being a Christian, and that's part of being a servant of God. You gotta own your crap. You cannot sit there and let pride dictate that you're always right. You're not always right. I'm not always right, for sure. but none of you are always right. And sometimes you get stuck in these vengeance. I have this taped to my computer and I have just not been paying attention to it. Do not respond. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I have not been paying attention to my own note on my computer. Thank God it was an emoji though, right? Huh? What? Wait, why aren't you guys going to Gary's channel? I see it only says 7 still. Do I have to refresh? No. You guys are not opening up a second window for Gary. Man. Emoji of do not respond is needed. Oh. That's a very good idea. Sorry this has to be said, Mike, but pride is a sin. I absolutely agree with you, Andy Hayes. Absolutely. And we're all guilty, aren't we? Who is not guilty of the sin of pride? Awful been telling you to insta-block the haters. I know. I didn't listen because I'm bad at listening, particularly to good advice. I cannot open second on phone. Oh, all right. I understand that. All right, let me open up another window here so I can make sure I can see what is happening on my own stinking channel. It's good to have a screen this big so you can keep an eye on multiple things happening at once. Hashtag P Eden can go. I think so. Of course, that means that Eden doesn't get an emoji at all. I want Eden to have an emoji. Hey, Bo, Kung Fu Kitty, saying hello to yo, Bo. What up? So yeah, gosh, I don't really know how. I don't think I can make a whole message out of it. Own your crap. Own your crap. I've known people who are incapable. I have known and I know people who are incapable of admitting to anything wrong. And that's just not how. And again, I'm not to belabor this, pride is a sin, but that is pride. And that is that is not how you grow as a person. As a practical matter, you guys know that's my thing. For those who are new, my perspective on pride is that pride is the antithesis of growth, right? Whether it is in your art, in your work, in your life, in your walk with Christ, in your desire to just become a better human being, pride is the antithesis of all that good stuff. Because when you're proud of yourself, when you're proud of what you do, it stops growth. What you should be is self-reflective. You can be satisfied with doing a job well, right? But pride keeps you from thinking that you need to get better. Alan Walker for $3.99 says, loved D&Q yesterday. It was fun. Awful Redneck says, be satisfied with what you have, but strive for more. P Money, just to throw dirt in my wheels, says, I'm proud to be Mike's Canadian buddy. Pride and selfishness are the root of all sin. Yeah, I mean, selfishness is greed. Well, what about lust? Lust. What if I start with that one? Lust is a sin. Hashtag lust is a sin. And you all guilty. Roscoe says joy equals Jesus first, others ahead of you. Can't have joy with pride. It's true. It's true. Communists are selfless, though. Are they really? Are they just selfless with other people's money? Isn't lust a form of selfishness? Lust is putting your own needs or your own desires ahead of another person. Or at least ahead of what is right. So yeah, I guess it's in that. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Cheers, Mike. Stay on target. The Bible says to love thy neighbor, even the Canadians. The Bible does not mention Canadians. Dark Admiral March Hare. Well, lust is a sin, but it comes from selfishness, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to think it through, Andy. I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. It's a specific kind of selfishness. Can you lust after your wife? You can desire. Desire and lust are not the same thing. Desiring my wife is not lusting. Lust is a particularly negative connotation. I would say the other way around. Selfishness is a product of lust. Ooh. Selfishness is a product of lust. Interesting. Selfishness is a product of lust. Yeah, it's all covetousness, right?
Oh no.
I mean, that's the word that kind of encompasses both lust and selfishness is covetousness. You want something for yourself that you don't have, right? And that is the opposite of the noble and holy thought of gratitude, right? You can be thankful for what you have. You can be thankful for your situations. The opposite of that is covetousness. And that, yeah, all that stuff kind of lines up, doesn't it? When you're sinning, you're selfishly disobeying God. True. True. So why don't you all be grateful that Gary is spending all of this time and effort making Titan and then selflessly go and support his project. And Mecha McCheese, of course, says send Gary to the fan edition in Gary's own thing. Well, everyone's saying send Gary to the fan edition. Bo, come on, you be nice. Kung Fu Kitty says gluttony, greed, vanity, wrath, selfish. Yeah. Yeah. Can you lust another man? Personally, no, but there are some who can. Half the population. Well, not another man. This is like arguing what came first, the chicken or the egg. Well, it's interest. Yeah, maybe. I think root causes are important to discover, though. They can be byproducts of the other. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's mule. Awful says awful is literally in my name. It's true. It's true. Yep, and we feel, Kung Fu said it, Kitty says, and we feel entitled to be selfish because we think we are above God. Pride. Ching, 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 ching. Everything just falling into place now. Scotty Richards Studio says, one could lust over a more appealing YouTube presences. Grammar. It's a singular or a plural. You can't do both. Ray Thulu says, earlier I was throwing HAL 900 quotes. Is it HAL 900 or 9,000?
9,000.
It's 9,000, Ray Thulu. Everybody's messing up today. And here I am, the imperfect man. It's spreading. It's spreading. Just to hear his text-to-speech bot say them. Oh, he's got a text-to-speech bot? Oh, that's, I want to hear. I need to get...
Can't you people come up with anything better to say than send Darren to the Fan Edition?
Hey, come on. Oh, it tried to sing it, man. I wanted Daisy, Daisy over the ocean.
No! Send the Fan Edition to Gary.
All right, I'm gonna mute that. It's English but does accents. I want one. Doing a Bible study while chatting on another show. For shame. P Money. Come on now. Don't get one, Mike. It would drive people away. Oh no. Is it drive people away from Gary's show? I think it's funny.
Yeah, but the actual people reading your chats is much different.
Oh. He's a hound mix. Are you talking about dogs? I want to back Packets Land, but Jay Hamilton got me hooked on rock cocaine. Did you say that in there? That'd be funny. It's hilarious. All right, Gigantic Android. What did Gigantic Android do? I don't see it in here. Where's Gigantic Android? I got to go back to the other thing. Gigantic Android said, what if your neighbor's wife covets you first? Run. Run. Jay Hamilton, why are you saying that? What are you guys even talking about? I feel like I'm losing control of the chat. Can we focus here, ladies and gentlemen, on the weightier things of life? Back Gary's Titan today. It's your Christian duty. And then go over and back Canadian Shield issue 1. I kind of want to watch that again, but let's not. All perks have free shipping. There's your Canadian Shield. Rick's and John's covers. If you like this more rendered style. I like that fist. Yeah, Cross Comics, he's in here. He's usually in here every day. I don't know where he is today, but there it is. There's Gary drawing for your pleasure. Text-to speech is cool. Do you feel in control? Says Edwin Boyett. Except he said it wrong. He says, do you feel in control? Cross put some effort into his voiceover. He did. That was great. And he says he'll back Gary's book next weekend when he has money. Right on. Oh, no. That's Jim. Jim, come on. You be nice to Gary. Gary doesn't want to hear that filth coming out of his robot voice. I'm an immature man. We all are. We all are. No, Mike, you do not need. What was this? Oh, March Hare's phone's dying. Peace out. Peace out. No, Mike, you do not need one of those bots. Gary doesn't get trolled. You will. That's true. Let's see. Yeah, I have half as many downvotes as. Never mind. 6 downvotes. Thank you. Thank you for the downvotes. What's up, Tony Soprano? Why are you calling me Tony Soprano? You need to do a text-to-speech bot that sounds like a woman Aussie. Why is that? How about a Kiwi? Get someone in there talks like they're from New Zealand. And then people will be like, is it an Aussie? And you're like, no, that's a New Zealander. New Zealanders don't sound just like Aussies. I just added my haters will not win. Thank you, Kung Fu Kitty. I probably will before this stream is up. Awesome. And then you can also go and back. I don't want to turn. I mean, we've got 15 minutes left. I feel like, I don't know. Should we do let's see what's going on in the world today. Christianity today. Christianity today. After Soleimani, a tsunami of disaster and opportunity for Iran's Christian. Are there any Christians left in Iran? I mean, geez, they've been chasing them out for 40 years. 40 years they've been chasing them. 40 years they've been chasing them out of Iran. How many are left? Just don't do Sam Jackson, Alexa. Yeah, no. There are Jews in Iran. That's almost more surprising. I figure they'd have run by now. Probably a very small number of. Hey, let's read the article. Wait. All right. Bing. After Soleimani's death. I gotta stop doing that. Torsten says, yeah. After Soleimani's death, Iran's Christians brace for tsunami of disaster and opportunity. The killing of Iranian military leader Qasem Soleimani by order of President Donald Trump. Can we get a Trump Hot 2020 in the chat, please? Last week sent shockwaves around the world and prompted retaliation from Iran, an Islamic republic cited by some Christian groups as having one of the highest conversion rates in the world. Really? Really? Lazarus Yegnazar, whose research suggests as many as 1 million Christians now live in Iran, has been expecting something like this for years. He believes that if war comes, it will create a humanitarian crisis, but also an open door for evangelism. I was going to say evangelism. A tsunami of disaster and a tsunami of opportunity. And the 70-year-old Iranian Christian is in a position to know. Wow. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. We even have Nestorians here. God is mighty. Praise God. Heck yeah. Hot 2020 Trump. Yegnazar and his wife Maggie married in Tehran shortly before the Islamic Revolution in 1979. Thank you very much, Jimmy Carter. Fail. Love for their country and the Iranian church, as well as a successful engineering business, led them to stay in their home during the 8-year Iran-Iraq war. My friend Salman Agha, his family, I think, moved to America during that time to escape persecution because they were Christians and they were Iranians, but they come to America and they're like, we're Persian. because they didn't want to be called Iranian. So like, yeah, hi, we're Persian. Salman. Some of you old skate heads might recognize that name. Salman Agha was a pretty popular skater in the 90s. He was actually Skater of the Year in Thrasher's 1992 or 1993 Skater of the Year issue. Shortly after the war ended, the couple emigrated to the United Kingdom, where they began sending money to friends and church leaders in Iran. That effort eventually became 222 Ministries International, a church planting and training network still run out of Lazarus's converted garage that includes satellite television broadcasts and more than 50 underground churches in Iran. His brother Sam founded Elam Ministries, and his nephew David now leads that outreach to Iran. In an interview last year, Yegnazar predicted that Iran would open up soon and explained how Christians should prepare. In a follow-up this week, he explained how Soleimani's death affects Iranian Christians. Recognize that name, Skeda. Yeah, some Christians have representatives in Iranian parliament. Really? Christians there are second-class citizens as dictated by the Quran. Oh, they're demis. If you're under a Iranian caliphate or Iranian, not Iranian, Islamic caliphate or Islamic control, yeah, you're allowed to live in Islamic lands as a demi if you pay a tax to not be a Muslim. You have to pay to not be a Muslim in Muslim controlled lands, at least according to Sharia law. Jizya. The tax is the jizya tax. Yeah, inappropriately named tax. Why do you want to change P-Money? No, it's the American flag icon. Okay, once you're here for 6 months, it'll change to something else. What should I do for the 6-month icon, guys? God is mighty. Be praised. Praise God. It's better than it getting executed. It is. Unfortunately, that means they probably know where all of you live, and then you're the guys they put in the cages and burn with gasoline or behead when time comes. You're second-class citizens at best. Jim Carty says Powell Peralta was the Jim back in the day. Hawk, Caballero, Ray Bones, Mike McGill. Dang. Did you see the first episode of Nerds of the Round Table? Caballero was there. I got to have him back on sometime. I know, I was like... Although he does a Tuesday night art group up in his part of San Diego. He's in North County. One of these days, I want to make it up to his art group and maybe live stream from his art group. That would be cool. Trump symbol for 6 months. Oh, this Trump symbol is going to be a... Oh, you mean Trump symbol for the 6 months. Pigeon. But they are Shia Islam, which is not Saudi Wahhabi. But they all agree to Sharia, right? They all agree to Sharia law. Mecca says it's more complicated than this. There are Armenians and Georgians who lived there with Persians for a long time, so the government is fine with them. Ah, interesting. You need to skate with Caballero too, Mike. No, I do not. No, I do not. I make my living with my hands. One bad fall, and Liam Hardy announces himself, says Liam has joined the chat. All right, we got 5 minutes left. I'm going to try to read some of this. Ooh, I can't read all of this. I'm going to read. Okay, I'm going to speed read this. All right, are you ready? Ready for the Ben Shapiro version of this article. How are Iranian Christians reacting to Soleimani's death? Now, with the drum beats of war increasing, there is complete uncertainty and anxiety. What will happen in the case of escalation of hostilities and engagement in war? Still, the very bitter memories of the 8-year war with Iraq remain. Iranian Christians will suffer more than any segment of society. Christians have been suffering for the last 4 decades in Iran. Almost all rights and citizens' privileges have been taken away from them. Freedom of worship, freedom of meeting together are non-existent. On many occasions, properties have been taken by the government, and many people were expelled from work, losing pensions as soon as someone learns they are Christian believers. So in general, Christians have been pushed into a corner. How might Iranian Christians be affected by Soleimani's death? In other words, might this be the beginning of a tsunami of opportunity and disaster you predicted? In case of a war, thousands of Christians' families will become literally displaced, as well as thousands will flee the country. It will be a humanitarian crisis. Meanwhile, I believe that tens of thousands of ordinary Americans will flee the country as well, leaving Armenia, Turkey, Azerbaijan, etc., thus creating a largest ever evangelism opportunity. This harvest is huge and will need great collaborative work. We need to connect, pray, plan, and prepare. Why do you think Iran will open soon? We are carefully watching key elements within Iran. Iran is like a bus going down a hairpin turn mountain road with no brakes. Anybody watching can see that they are going to die. Everybody wonders, when will the driver jump out? So the question is, when will the Ayatollahs jump? I've been watching the situation very carefully, and some of the Ayatollahs are abandoning the bus. What are they doing? Some of them are going to Russia with their friends. Russian President Vladimir Putin will accept them, but they do not have many other places to go. No Sunni country like Saudi Arabia will accept them. Iraq, maybe, but probably not. Malaysia, maybe. Iran is imploding due to the things happening inside. I pray for peace, but the DNA of the Revolutionary Guard and the agitation of confrontation, they cannot live in peace from day one. They have been at war with the world. For example, the roadside bomb starting blowing up in Iraq, saying this is from Iran. Now with the war in Yemen, with the war in Syria, war in Syria, those wars would be over if Iran weren't present feeding them. Everyone is worried about Iran getting a nuclear bomb. I won't go into whether this is Iran's right as a country to have one, like many other countries, but I do ask, what do you think a regime like that with that kind of DNA would do with one? The regime in Iran is going to provoke the West to attack. Who knows how long it will be that will take, but when it comes, it will create a tsunami of disaster and a tsunami of opportunities, and the church is ill prepared to meet those opportunities. That is why we're so committed to leadership development for Iran. How did Islam become so dominant? People lose sight of what happened in the past. Why in the 7th century was Islam able to walk in and people surrendered? The church had been there for hundreds of years, but every time Christians became rich and powerful, they subjugated others and dismissed them. The Christian church had become landowners and levied taxes on the people. We forget about that reality. When we lose sight of what God has called us to do, light and salt, we lose our influence. I believe the church, down to this day, has not figured out how to do godly governance inside of a nation. Every time we mingle with politics and governance, we become corrupt. Like Elisha's servant, Gehazi, we seek wealth, we become lepers. When Islam came to Iran, it was not as if the church had not had the opportunity. The church had missed the opportunity. If Iranian Christians get involved in governance, how will they protect themselves from the corruption so endemic to it? When people ask, is it right for Christians to be in politics? The answer is yes, if they can bring godly governance to the table. What will happen? I don't know, but I hope that we will have some Daniels and Esthers and Mordecais and Josephs who will be wise and provide for food in times of famine, so that people will say the Christians truly honor Jesus. But because we do very well at serving the poor, we are not very capable at serving the rich. One day, Iran will open. The way we have Christians, we behave as Christians, when that happens will determine the future of the church in Iran. If we mess it up, it will be an unforgivable act. How should the church be preparing leaders for a future role in Iran? Daniels and Esthers are not produced en masse. They must be done as individuals. I think with all the excitement about the mission opportunities that Iran, we are missing the point. Part of the problem is the model that the donors want to fund. If I say to you, here's $5 million, you have two choices on how to spend it for the kingdom. You can spend $5,000 to Christ, or you can develop 10 apostles Pauls. What would you do? I would not even blink. I would spend it on Pauls every time. My concern is that God is going to open Iran, and we're not going to be ready for the opportunity. All we can think of is going in there and taking back some of our church buildings, doing some painting and remodeling, buying some new pews and picking up where we left off. That will not transform the future generation. We need some arrogant businessmen in the church, some blingy leaders, blingy leaders. We need some aggressive thieves like Zacchaeus and the killers like Paul. And we need to take them and polish them. And the church cannot keep all these people in their womb and miscarry all this potential leadership by mislabeling them as proud. Pride is a sin. They are proud and they are arrogant and they're extremely intelligent and assertive, but we need to give them time to mature. It takes patience to deal with this kind of person. It takes one-on-one mentoring. For the time we have remaining in this ministry, I'd like 95% of mine and Maggie's time to be spent training and preparing these rugged, ghastly, arrogant individuals who love God, but their character needs to be needs transformation and reformation. If I have any message for Western Christians, it's that don't go after numbers. How deep is the growing church? How committed is the growing church? Because that tsunami will come, and if the seeds have not gone deep into the hearts of the believers, it will wash away. Then we will sit down and lament, oh, there is no revival after all. No, that is not it. We will have lost the opportunity that was before us. 1 minute overtime. As a Southerner, I can't listen that quickly. Sorry, I missed that part. Can you start over? That was a lot of reading for 5. I was trying to get in on 5 minutes. Actually, I only had 4 minutes, so technically I kind of did do it in 5 minutes. But I saw that voodoo poster on Twitter just now. Lust. Don't you lust over my wife, Victor? Come on now. Has there ever been a successful theocracy since the Hebrews? I don't believe so. Honestly, there weren't a lot of successful theocracies in the Old Testament. Most of the theocracies, people ended up just doing what was right in their own eyes and screwed everything up. Hell yeah, Mike Kicks Principios Ash. I'm watching Demolition Man. Good on you, Liam. Good on you. Christians should also remember God's kingdom will not be built on earth. It is in heaven. Something to remember when we become depressed about the world's governance. Well said, Kung Fu Kitty. I do agree. And I say thank you, everybody, for being here. But it is time. It is time. Got to get to work. Got to do a drawing stream. So I will just leave you with a parting thought. Be good today. Be good. Don't feed the trolls. Don't tempt the trolls. Don't waste your time casting pearls before swine. That almost rhymes. And I'm out of time. God bless.
Program.
Dennis, some lovely